Today, we are going to be discussing how Boba Fett escaped the Sarlacc pit. So we know that he is alive in canon according to The Mandalorian Season 2, where we saw him at the end of Season 2, Episode 1. So here is basically a little plot summary of how Boba Fett escaped. Boba Fett awakens inside the Sarlacc. Via the Sarlacc, he makes telepathic contact with the first of its victims, Sesejo. A series of flashbacks ensues, showing some of the Sarlacc's other victims, including a pair of Corellians and a Jedi. Other flashbacks detail Boba Fett's delivery of the frozen Han Solo to Jabba. Inside the Sarlacc, for some time, Fett is immobilized and his armor is heavily damaged by the creature's digestive system. He learns that Sesejo can exert some control over the Sarlacc. He goads Sesejo, making the Sarlacc contract around his jetpack. The resulting explosion frees the bounty hunter from the Sarlacc's grasp. He then fires concussion grenades into the wall of the beast, blowing a hole in its interior. Boba Fett escapes the Sarlacc, which, like him, is badly injured, but somehow still alive. About a year later, Fett returns to the Sarlacc in the Slave 2. Due to his prior contact with the Sarlacc, he can reestablish the telepathic connection with Sesejo. He decides not to destroy the Sarlacc yet, but he does promise to return. So that is this interesting story of how Boba Fett is still alive, and this actually took place pretty close to when The Mandalorian is taking place. I believe that about a year later. So this, about when he returns a year later, I believe a year after that is when The Mandalorian goes to Tatooine, if I'm not mistaken. But that's pretty interesting about what I'm thinking in The Mandalorian Season 2, a lot has passed. A lot of time has passed where we've seen Boba Fett with his armor, and he's probably done so many things that we could find so interesting with Boba Fett. And and maybe from being down in the Sarlacc pit, I wouldn't be surprised if it changed how he acts. Maybe he's still really bad, and all he wants to do is maybe find Baby Yoda. Maybe that's what he's interested in finding. Maybe he says he doesn't like any Jedi because his Jedi killed his father, and he can see Baby Yoda move the Force, and maybe like that. But or maybe that he has changed. Maybe he is interested in helping another Mandalorian, a real Mandalorian, and he's also could be interested in finding other Mandalorians around the galaxy. And once again, next episode is actually going to be, I believe, when the Mandalorian gets on that cargo ship that we saw from the official trailer. When we saw the character Sasha Banks is playing. But leave your thoughts down below about how the story of Boba Fett, and basically how you think he could end up in The Mandalorian Season 2. It's a pretty interesting story here. And by the way, this is taken from StarWars.fandom.com, which is Wikipedia in a galaxy far, far away. And if you want to read it for yourself, go to A Barf Like That, The Tale of Boba Fett, and I will also leave the link down in the description below. May the Force be with you always.